Uh, hey, General. Thanks for spending time with us today. It was an awesome conversation. Loved learning from you. So I also served and ended up leaving the Air Force about 5 years ago as a captain. And um, I'm an entrepreneur, and I'm also in different circles of veteran entrepreneurs on LinkedIn and different friends groups and whatnot. And I just know that there's so many transitioning service members who used the DoD Skills Bridge program, so they could have a seamless transition to the civilian world. And so I'm sure you've considered it, but like as you're talking, I couldn't help but think of um, the hundreds of thousands of veterans that are leaving the military or even already out of the military, um, that would love to jump on board with a former military leader like yourself and continue to show up every single day and feel like they're part of a bigger mission. And so I'm sure you've thought of this already, but I couldn't help think, but like there's like a wide group of individuals that are out there that just would just love to jump on something like this. So not so much of a question, but just a statement. But yeah, just thank you so much for everything you do.
Well, thank you for your service. I see it back here. I see the Air Force Academy signed football. I see. So thanks for what you did on that first on the first adventure and what you're doing now on the latest adventure. And I appreciate your observation, because that's always, when we started, that was always a core people group, right? So we've ended up really now the individuals that Holly and I have funded into business, and now we're looking to expand and make that more of a systemic way for people to focus on socioeconomically disadvantaged just because of our area. But we've always tried to bring it back to veterans. And your question or your observation is well timed, because there are numerous conversations going on now as we're going to fine point this concept. Because if I could pick all the humans out there, that we would go, who could we get that have a great likelihood that they know how to be trained and organized and equipped, and we put them in these things where they can have their own little business at a fraction of the cost and risk of a restaurant, at something that has great margins, but more importantly, it's united by a mission. Because once you're in the military, whether it's for a couple of years or for 30 or 40, right, you ain't getting the mission out of you. It's the perfect group. So we just started a conversation. We're actually meeting next week with the director of all the apprenticeships for the state of Illinois, and they're looking at the food truck apprentice program, is what we call this, the formal apprentice program, the young program, to do an initiative that would focus on veteran centric. As people transition, we would use them. We would then equip them with the trucks. We would do the boot camp training for a food truck academy, right? And so, we could say we're thinking very, very synergistically and commonly, and that conversation has started. And I think that audience, it's just food's cool now, and a lot of people want it, but they want to do it, and a food truck's cool. And what a better group of people. So I hope by the next time I see you in person at an event or whatever it's going to be, we'll have a report to tell you about the first vetrepreneurs that will be in the mission of dignified dining in their community, wherever they're at. So thank you for that, because it allowed us to kind of get out that it is a great group and we're going after them, because we are them.
Chrysanthi she's practically your neighbor. She's